it stopped raining for now, but everything is drenched in water, and training the grip with everything drenched in water is not ideal, it's not fully ideal. So I'm gonna try to dry it up, and we'll see what we can do. But today, so today we have a little bit of a pinch block, and then we're gonna have some incline bench press, and we're gonna have overhead press, some dips, and then some arms, and then more grip. And it stopped raining for a second. I hope I'm gonna be able to do the full training session without the rain coming back. It's supposed to come back a little bit later, so we're gonna try to be fast. Alright, yeah, it seems like okay. It seems like maybe we're gonna be able to train. So this is the Gods of Grip 60 millimeters pinch block. Let's go. Because what sucks a lot when everything is drenched in water, it's not only that you have to dry everything up, this is pretty fine, but every time that you're grabbing something else, you're having more water on your fingers, and all the time you need to dry it up. Every time that I'm gonna grab another plate, grab a little something. So, well, it's fine though. It's fine that then it's better than if it was raining, because training while it rains, this is the worst. While it rains on you and you just have half the weight that you could do because the water is falling on you. It's still better than training in commercial gyms for me. Like, this could be seen as an inconvenience of the home gym, especially the home gyms that are outside like mine, but I prefer this rather than having to train in a commercial gym still. So let's warm up and do some grip. So for the grip training, most of the time you're gonna want to train dynamically. So not just a static grip, hold or deadlift, you're gonna want to add some dynamic components to the movement most of the time. In the picking, when you pick to do a tournament, of course the competition, you're not gonna have to do rowing or upright row or whatever, you're just gonna have to lift it. So for the picking, you're gonna train the exercise of the competition, but to get to there, the best you can do, so most of the time of your preparation, to prepare yourself, you're gonna want to do a dynamic. And I'm gonna show you, this is just gonna be for the warm-up. But for the warm-up, because the weight is way less challenging, what I like to do is straight up fucking do things like this. So here I only have 10 kg, but still it's challenging for the grip and it's warming me up. Because if I was to do just like just like this, just like the competition, it's not a warm-up at all. I don't even feel it. If I'm gonna add some movement like this, now it's really using my grip. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna be the top set though, it's just for the warm-up. Here I'm just warming up. And now for the top set. I now have 20 kg, and with 20 kilos we're gonna try to do some type of, I'm not only gonna lift it, but I'm gonna try to upright lift it, you know? and there's multiple variation. You could put it back on the ground between every repetition, so you do heavier, but you could also just hold it in the air and never let it touch the ground, so it's more challenging for the grip. Multiple ways to do it, and usually you're gonna cycle through these ways to do it. The hardest it is, the less heavy, the lightest you're gonna put. So you're gonna do it at the beginning of your cycles, and then as you put more weight, you're gonna have to put back the weight down between your reps. You're gonna have to do a bit less movement, etc., etc. It's a cycle. The sun is out. We're gonna be able to train the bench without the rain falling on us as we do it. Pretty cool. Now to the top set of the pinch block. I'm just gonna put a little chalk and we're gonna go. So let's see what we can do with 23 kg. All right, 5. And we're gonna go again to grind a little bit more. Just 3. All right. I'm gonna do a little bit of volume on this, so I'm gonna do more sets, and then we're gonna go on the incline bench press. Today we're gonna have, if I don't like, 96.5 on the incline. And yeah, so also, by the way, I'm now at 92.5 kg myself. So it means that it's been a bit more than a week that I stopped cutting. I stopped the caloric deficit. I'm putting a bit more calories now, a bit more carbs, and my weight maintained for 10 or so days. So slowly we're gonna put even more carbs, even more calories to bulk a little. We're gonna go into a little surplus. I'm gonna really try to be steady, not to gain weight too fast. Just I need to aim like a 200 caloric surplus, and yeah, so you know, put back a little bit more mass on this body to be as strong as we can. So see you in a second for the bench. Do you see this little dog right there? He is out because this morning we had to take a little something out of his ear, a little spike of some sort that he had in his ear while we were hiking, and for 2 days he's been trying to take it out by shaking his head, fucking scratching it, and I brought him this morning to the vet, and it was painful, so we had to sedate him, and he went fully out. Oh, he's coming back. Hello dog. Hello baby dog. But he's really a good dog. And that was so funny because his favorite order, I'll tell you later, not to trigger him right now, but after he got sedated and we took the thing out of his ear, I had to wake him up so he could get back to the car, get back to the house, and he was fully out on the floor, and just by me saying his favorite order, we saw that it was activating his neurons. Oh, oh, the boy. Hello, dog. Oh, yeah. Oh, the dog. And we could see that it was firing his neurons, and he was trying to get up, and at the same time he was like sliding on the ground and then getting back. And after some time, he was well, not fully awake, but awake enough. And it was so funny. He was half stoned, but he went back to the car, and now he's fine. Now he's better, and it only costed me 170 euros. Huh, doggy? Just because you got something in your ear? Yes, yes. Alright, let's get back to training. You can sleep, doggy. You're good, you can sleep. You can have your little nap. Alright, see you later, baby dog. Alright, so 96.5, and it's like there's gonna be part of your training like this where here I'm so close to the 100 to 2 plates that I feel like I want to skip the between 95 and 100 and just go and put 2 plates and go. Let's go. We're almost there, so let's get there. And you need to resist. You need to be disciplined enough to take the time, and it's very important to take the time in all the things that you're doing, taking the time. So here we're gonna go, I'm gonna do 6 reps, and let's see the power of the mind, because here I'm gonna think, and I really felt it during the warm-up, I'm gonna think there's nothing on the bar. Like when you take it off the rack, thinking this is nothing. Because if you let yourself be crushed by the bar, you're not gonna fire properly. So let's go. It's light, and I need to feel that it's light and fucking fire my energy. All right, let's go. The power of the mind. And what did I say? Easy. Woof. I'm filming from afar because it's raining again, and so I have to keep the camera under the roof so it's not raining on the camera. Alright, for the back off, I like to do a harder variation of the lift. So for example, when I'm doing some incline, the back off are gonna be close grip, etc, etc. And that's the type of stuff I program, especially in my new guide that is available on my website, parlaforce.com. If you want to go there and have a look, the program is there for you, and it's called Elite, and it's a program meant to take any athlete, and even if you're beginner, if you're intermediate, if you're lifetime intermediate, it's gonna take you and make an elite athlete out of you. All right, let's go. Yeah. And as you can see, I am now a lawful citizen again, because as I told you last week, overhead pressing less than a plate is illegal. So I did it the first week back into the overhead press, but the police was actively looking for me, and now we are lawful citizen again. So pretty cool news. Hello dog. And let's see how it goes. All right, pretty cool. But I feel like lately I really have been eating the triceps, and the triceps, they have very good carry over the press, especially overhead press, when there's less, of course, pec, and so the triceps are super important. Also, because I'm putting back the calories again, I expect some pretty impressive progress on my presses, because those type of movements are very dependent of your calorie intake. And I was able to maintain my strength, even progress a little bit during all these months of cutting, of caloric deficit, that now that I'm back into putting some calories, the press is gonna be really cool. Can't wait to see it week after week, and well, stay around. Let's see that together. Oof. I feel like let's fucking go, because last week top set on the overhead press was 55 by 8, and I did 2 back-offs with 50. No, for 6 at 55. I only did 6 last week, and now I'm putting 60, and I did the 3 sets at 60 each for 8 reps. And I thought I couldn't go to 8 reps for the 2 other sets, and I would need to do some rest pause. So for the last reps to pause for 5 or 10 seconds, then try to grind another one. But I was able to push the 3 of them and hit 8 reps. So we're good. We're still a bit far, but I mean, of course, it's the second week back on the overhead press, and I haven't been overhead pressing for months and months. But when we're gonna, like, at 70 for 8, we're gonna be back on my, I think, base strength. And then when we're gonna be at 80 for 8, we're gonna be at my strongest, while being 20 kilos lighter. Pretty exciting though. Alright, now some dips and then some arms. Alright, woohoo! So, dips, yes, but weighted dips. I have this little jacket there, this little vest, and it weighs 16 kg. I can make it go up to 30, I think. And now it's half full or half empty. Tell me in the comments if you think it's half full or half empty. So we're like around 16, I think. And we're gonna do some dips. I'm not gonna go too low. I could, but it's a nightmare for my the traps and the back of the neck. And I've injured myself in the past going too low. So we're gonna be careful, but still we're gonna put a little weight, because just body weight, it's not doing much for me. Or I would need to go into like sets of 20, and I don't want to. I want to keep it short, keep it tight, keep it right. So let's see with 16. Maybe it's gonna be too heavy. I don't know. Let's see. What a joke! Alright, we're gonna keep it like this for this week. I'm gonna do one more set. And next week we're gonna put more weight. Next week we're gonna go to the 230. We're gonna see how it feels with 30 kg. I'm going to see. I feel like the range of motion was pretty good. So yeah, but if 30 is not enough, I'm gonna need to buy a new belt, because I broke the last one. Alright, one more set, and then we're gonna do some arms. And I realized that I was not filming. I did my last set, and I wish you saw that. The intensity was crazy, and that's pretty impressive. Like for the overhead press, triceps, or even the curls. Well, the curls still a bit different, because again, like any pulling exercise, you reach technical failure way faster than really the muscle failure in a way. You gotta keep yourself from cheating too much, and know when you reach failure. Monsieur failure. Mechanical failure? Whereas for the pushing exercises like the triceps or any type of press, or you can go crazy on the intensity. And here I really reached a level of intensity that I've never reached before, because for the last 2 reps I started the movement and I was stick from the start. And usually when you're stuck, you're like, okay, that's it, I reached failure. But if you keep on pushing, even if it takes like fucking 10 seconds to do the rep, you did 1 more rep, and then another one. And after like the third one like this, it wouldn't move. I was pushing, I tried really to contract, to flex the tricep, but it just would not move, and I knew the set was over. Only then, you know? So that was very good, because if you go hard like this and you keep on pushing, one more rep every week, and then when you have enough reps, you add more weight, and etc., you're gonna become a beast if you take your time. So that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna do some grip accessories, but I need to rush now. I'm a little bit late. So thanks for watching the video. Like, put a comment if you want to support me. I have some stuff coming that I'm gonna talk to you about next time. Again, thank you, and see you on the next one.